Welcome to Hazel's Heroes for November 1990. Remember, Hazel's Heroes is a program that's jointly sponsored by the Hazel Park Schools and the Hazel Park Lions Club to recognize elementary students who show outstanding citizenship or have made a significant contribution to school. We're going to start over here. We have, I think, United Oaks and 4, right? All right. This way. Hi.
Hi.
How do you feel about being number one?
Good.
You like being the first one on the program?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Michelle.
And how old are you?
11.
11. What grade?
6th.
Over at United School, right? And that you're on the service squad, right?
Yeah.
How'd you be on service squad?
My math teacher, he's in charge of service squad, and he passes around paper, and you sign your name and what teacher you'd like to help after school.
And who's your math teacher?
Mr. Sparbeck.
And he's in charge of the service squad, right?
Yeah.
And so you signed up?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do in service squad?
Well, I help Mrs. Dowdy, and she has us do things like we decorate her room and run off dittos for her and all that stuff.
You can run a ditto machine?
Yeah.
Down in the office?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How did you learn how to do that?
Well, my other friend taught me.
Oh, you have another friend that was a service squad before?
Yeah.
And someone taught her, and then they taught you, and you run off the things, and it helps the teacher so that they don't have to do it. They can do more time instructing, right?
Yeah.
Now, you talked about having 2 teachers at least. You have a math teacher, and then do you have other teachers too?
Well, this year I only have 2. My regular teacher, that's Miss Gardado, and then my math teacher, Mr. Sparbeck.
Okay, so you kind of switch around for different classes,
yeah.
Right? Okay. And Mrs. Dowdy's a 2nd grade teacher, isn't she?
She's 3rd.
3rd, and you help her in her class, so you get around school a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you a Hazel hero?
Well, when I do my work, I try to do my work in the best ability that I can, and I try my hardest.
Okay, and that's the really important thing, isn't it? And I guess that's the important thing for all of us to remember. It's that all of us can't be straight-A students. I wasn't. You might be. I never was. But I guess I tried as hard as I could and did the best that I could, and I think that's the important thing. And that's a good lesson, and I think your teacher indicated that you are a really good example to other kids because you always try real hard, right? Very good. Now we have a girl from Los Angeles, right? You came from Los Angeles? Is it warm in Los Angeles all the time?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Sun shines every day?
Yes.
And nice and warm?
Mm-hmm.
Are there schools air conditioned?
Mm-mm.
How hot does it get there?
Very hot.
Very hot? But you still go to school in a regular air, I mean, they just open the windows like they do in our schools?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I understand that you didn't like coming to Michigan, first of all, right?
No.
How long have you been here?
2 years.
2 years? And when you came to Michigan, was it cold?
Yes.
Had you ever seen snow before?
No.
Now, tell me, what do you like about Michigan?
They teach you more.
We got a good school, right?
Yes.
Lousy weather, but good school?
Yes.
You still like the weather back in Los Angeles?
Yes.
But you like the schools here, right?
Yes.
That's really good. What's your name?
Tylee Finney.
Tylee Finney. And so you've been in Hazel Park for only 2 years?
Yes.
And do you like it here better than Los Angeles?
Yes.
If we could have the weather from Los Angeles and Michigan and the schools that we have here, it'd be just perfect, right?
Yes.
What was the first thing you thought of when you saw the snow and how cold it was? Did you go outside and play in it?
Yes.
Do you play now in the snow?
No.
You don't stay in the house?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I do too. You know that? And I've lived here almost my whole life. I don't like it cold. Why are you Hazel hero?
Because my teacher said that last year I was not having to read, but I'm doing better and I don't pout anymore, and I help children.
You used to pout. How come? if I remember reading what your teacher wrote about you, and who's your teacher?
Mrs. Clender.
Okay. If I remember reading what your teacher said about you, she said that you used to pout when things were hard for you and you wouldn't ask for help. But now when things are hard, you ask for help and you're able to move right on, right?
Yes.
Because that's what learning's all about, right?
Yes.
And I also remember that your teacher said that you made just significant increases in your ability to read and do school-related things, right?
Yes.
And that you've just done outstanding since you've been here.
Yes.
And you feel real good about that, right?
Yes.
And that's a real good example for other people, because if you continue to try, even when things are tough, works out, doesn't it? So you're happier in Michigan?
Yes.
When it's cold, right? When
Yes.
the snow begins to fly, you're going to say, I love it here, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Do you have a last name?
Matthew Clayton.
Matthew Clayton. How old are you, Matt?
5.
5. What grade does that make you in? Kindergarten?
Yeah.
Ah, how you like kindergarten?
Fine.
Fine. Who's your teacher?
Mr. Oak.
And what school do you go to?
Ford.
Ford? How you like going to Ford School?
Fine.
How do you get to school?
I walk to school.
You walk to school? Do you walk with friends?
Yeah.
Do you? How many of you walk together?
About 1.
You have one other friend that you walk with? Is he in the kindergarten?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a friend that you walk to school with every day. Where'd you get the fancy haircut, Matt?
Bullricks.
Boy, oh boy, that is really fancy. You got those little things on the side there, and got some on each side, right? And you went to Bullricks to get that?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty neat. Do you like it? Do you know somebody that's got a haircut like that?
Mm-mm.
Just yourself, huh? You're looking pretty spiffy. You know that? Tell me what you guys do in kindergarten.
We do homework.
Work? What kind of work do you do?
Coloring.
Uh-huh.
And, after our coloring, we get to play.
Get to play? What do you play?
With toys.
Uh-huh.
And, when my teacher rings the bell 3 times, that means we need to go up the story, place.
Okay. So your teacher will ring a bell 3 times?
Yeah.
And that means that you put your toys away?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you go up for story time? You like story time? Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? Now, what are some things that you've learned this year already? Can you remember something that you learned?
No.
You can't remember anything? One of the things that you learn when you play with toys is that you have to share with other kids, right?
Not throw.
You don't have to?
Don't have to throw.
Oh, not to throw stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you do that, you get in deep trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What happens when people get in trouble in kindergarten?
They need to sit in their chair and put their head down.
Okay. Because getting along with other people is really important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Learning how to share and do those things is really important.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you a Hazel hero?
Because I write the best.
You write the best?
Mm-hmm.
What can you write?
My ABC.
Your ABCs? Can you write your name? Can you write your address? And your telephone number? Wow, that's really good. You're doing really well in kindergarten then, right?
Right.
All right. You keep up the good work. Remember, don't be throwing stuff around, right?
Right.
And share with other kids.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. And our last hero from Ford School is?
Tim Ramsey,
And Tim, how old are you?
11,
And what grade does that make you?
6.
6th grade. So you're a big shot over, I mean, you just like her, right? You're a big shot over at Ford School. And you'll be moving on to Beecher Junior High, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you kind of anxious about that?
Yeah.
What do you think a junior high will have for you that, like Ford School doesn't?
Well, Beecher, they have a swimming pool, and they have more stuff than Ford does.
Yeah, they do. They have a swimming pool, and they have a little larger gym. And you have 7 teachers rather than 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 2. Do you have 1 or 2?
1.
1. Okay, and you go to different classes, and that's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way. I remember when I went. No, I don't remember when I went to junior high, but I remember when I went to high school. And you have a number of different teachers, and that is fun. And who's your teacher at Ford?
Miss Poberski.
And what do you guys do at Ford School in 6th grade?
Work.
What kind of work?
Math, reading, spelling, science.
You have a favorite class?
Probably spelling.
Spelling?
It's not my favorite, but I get A's in it.
You do? You have to work at it?
Yeah.
Take words home? Okay. And how do they have that arranged? You have a trial test on like Wednesday, Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
And if we get an A+, on Friday we don't have to take the test.
So if you get an A+ on the pre-test, then you don't have to take the test on Friday, right? That's a good deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many times do you have to take the test on Friday?
Once.
One time? One time is all this year?
Well, if it depends on the spelling word. Sometimes she doesn't give us a pre-test.
Oh, she doesn't. So she sneaks it up on you, right? Oh, right. Why are you Hazel Hero?
Probably because when I work good and I do my best, and if someone else needs help, I help them. And another thing is because I'm one of the best safeties on the safety patrol.
Okay. I remember that you were a safety patrol person, and your teacher indicates that you even get to your post early to be sure that people are covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where is your post?
Well, I don't have a post now because I'm captain.
You're captain.
I go around all the posts and see who's there and who's not, who's goofing off and who's doing a good job.
Oh, so you're like a boss man.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You like that? I guess.
Better.
But you have to be a responsible person to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that was one of the things that your teacher indicated, that you were responsible and dependable and a good example to other people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. You keep up the good work. We'll be looking for you at junior high doing the same thing. There we have it. Ford and United Oaks. Our next group of heroes come from Roosevelt and from Clark. And if I remember correctly, we're going to start over here with the people from Clark. Are you from Clark? Roosevelt, aren't you? Boy, I almost tricked you. I almost had the wrong school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, what's your name?
Michael Short.
Michael Short. And how old are you, Mike?
6.
6. How you like being 6?
Good.
What time do 6-year-olds go to bed at night?
8.
8?
8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
On weekends you could stay up a little longer?
Well, maybe.
Sometimes, right? Yeah. If something special is happening? Yeah, you get to stay up a little longer. So, do you like being 6 okay? And you're in 1st grade?
Yeah.
Who's your teacher?
Mrs. Els.
Mrs. Els. Okay. What kind of things are you doing in 1st grade?
Play around and sort of talk a lot.
In Mrs. L's class?
Well, yes, I don't get in trouble.
Well, I bet you don't.
I sort of quiet down when she looks at me.
Do you? And
I'm like, oh.
she kind of looks at you a lot, I bet, huh?
Yeah, but I don't get in trouble.
You don't get in trouble?
No.
Because you know that when she says, now it's time to work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just sometimes go out of my seat and ask her this and that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's okay in school, right? Do you have a favorite thing to do in school?
Maybe read.
Maybe reading? You guys do a lot of things called phonics, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, can you kind of help me with what phonics are?
Well, what are phonics anyway?
That's where
I
the
haven't
words
heard of
sound
them.
right. Oh, you don't do phonics? Well, maybe you're doing the way letters sound, right?
Yeah.
And that's called phonics. And you do a lot of that, right? Because that helps you read, right? Okay. Why are you a Hazel hero?
'Cause I take pieces of paper and turn them out to be books. I write the words first and I draw the pictures second. And then when I'm done, I just color. And
So
then
you-
when I'm done with the books, I read.
Okay, so you have a word that you're supposed to use,
Mhm.
and then you make a story out of that word,
Mhm.
and then you draw what you wrote about, right? And then you use a whole bunch of words, don't you? So now you know a whole bunch of words, right? It's pretty clever, isn't it? Yeah. And your teacher says you do that really well, right? And I don't think your teacher said that you talk a lot in class, though. You know that? You keep up the good work and work as hard as you can, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing really well. And then we have Jennifer, right? And Jennifer, what's your last name?
Taylor.
Jennifer Taylor. And how old are you, Jennifer?
7.
7. How you like being 7?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? If you could be any age, what would you like to be?
17.
17? Why would you like to be 17?
So I can drive a car.
What do you think you would... Well, where would you go if you could drive a car?
I don't know.
You don't have any place to go. You just like to be able to go if you want to, right? That is a pretty nice thing to have, you know that? That if you want to go someplace that you can just jump on the car and go. That's good,
Yeah.
isn't it? You have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah.
Are they older?
No.
They're younger than you are? So you don't have any 17-year-old brothers or sisters at home that drive the car, huh?
Mm-mm.
Boy, I'll tell you what. When you get ready to drive the car, your mom and your dad are going to be really shook, right? Huh? Yeah, I've already gone through that. So you're in what grade now? Second?
Second.
Second. How you like second grade?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? And who's your teacher?
Mrs. Calabro.
And what kind of things you doing in second grade?
Work.
Work all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay. Kind of tell us what happens on your day. When you get to school, what do you do?
We read a book.
Mhm.
Then we take attendance.
Mhm.
Then we do our work.
And what kind of work do you do?
Phonics, RIM, and math.
Phonics, RIM, and math. Can you help us with what RIM is?
I don't know what RIM is.
Okay, let me tell the people out there because some of them want to know, right? RIM is what RIM does. It's a reading program that breaks down your strengths and weaknesses, and if you have a weakness in the reading process, then you'll get exercise, you get things to do right there for those kind of weaknesses, right? So if you don't know the K sound very well, you'll have exercises that stress the K sound. If you don't know the M sound, it'll be the M sound. So that'll help you read better, right? Why are you a Hazel hero?
I do my work quietly. I don't talk a lot. And I'm a good student.
You're a good student. You don't talk much. Do you talk much at home?
Sometimes.
Sometimes too much at home. So what you do is you do the things that you're supposed to do in school, right?
Yes.
And that's what good citizenship is all about, right?
Yes.
We're glad to have good citizens like you. Hi there.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Sound like you got a little cold. You have a cold?
Yeah.
Well, everybody got a cold this kind of weather, right?
Right.
We had that little girl from Los Angeles on before.
Yeah.
You know where Los Angeles is?
No.
Yeah, it's in California. You know where California is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long way away, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a really long way. You don't walk there, right?
No.
I guess not. Anyway, she said it was warm there all the time. Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
Would you like that?
No.
You won't? You like cold weather?
I like it cold and warm.
You like it cold and
Yeah, I like it when it goes up, when it kind of when there's different, when it gets cold and warm. I like it better than just staying warm.
Okay, so you like change in climate, right? Yeah, I guess most of us that live in Michigan kind of like that anyway, right?
Yeah.
And what's your name?
Gary Rook.
Gary Rook. And how old are you, Gary?
7.
7. What grade does that make you?
Second.
Second. Oh, wow. And how you like second grade?
It's really nice.
It's really nice. What do you like best about it?
The teacher.
The teacher?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's a good thing to like, right?
Yeah.
Who is your teacher?
Mrs. Riley.
What do you like about Mrs. Riley?
She's very nice, and sometimes she has it like who's the silentist or something like that, or who reads is silent when at reading time.
Yeah.
And we get a prize.
Oh, no kidding. Have you gotten a prize?
Yeah.
That's very good, huh?
Yep.
What did you get?
Pen and paper.
That's pretty neat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then you can draw and you can scribble on it and you can do all those neat things, right?
Yeah.
Without worrying about it, right? Yeah, I remember I used to like paper, and my little girl used to like paper a lot. I always used to try and have paper for her. Why are you a Hazel hero? You had a really neat idea, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell us about your idea.
My mom started to want to recycle cans, and then after she wanted to change the money on, and then after that, last year we got a diamond, and I thought of adopting an animal, and last year we got a diamondback rattlesnake, and this year I'm not sure what we get though. We'll get something bigger though.
All right, so your mom had this idea about recycling cans, right?
Yeah.
And what
Instead of throwing them away.
Yeah, instead of throwing them away. All right, and the idea you had was, why don't we use the money that you get from the recycled cans
To adopt an animal.
to adopt an animal, right?
Yes.
At the zoo.
Yep.
And so then you had an election at school, right?
Yeah.
Everybody votes at the school and says we'd like to adopt.
Yeah, because we got certain species of animals, and then we put different ones, and then we folded a little spot, a square next to each one, and Diamondback rattlesnake really wanted that.
But then you got to, last year you had a diamondback rattler, right?
Yeah.
And have you had your election this year?
No.
Haven't done it this year.
Nope.
So when are you going to do the election? Do you know?
I think we do it at the end of the year.
At the end of the year?
Yeah. Last year we had to get something like that because we started like a few months before school was
Oh,
out.
we didn't have enough.
Yeah, and this year we started right off.
Oh, okay. So everybody from school brings in their cans, right?
Yeah, unless their mother wants them to bring it home, or they're not worth nothing.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. If your mom wants you to bring your cans home, you better bring them home, right?
Yes.
Okay. Really good idea. That really was, and that's a good idea for the zoo, and a good idea to be shared with other people, right?
Yes.
Hey there, Tiger. How are you?
Fine.
And what's your name?
Joseph Patrick Mullins.
And how old are you?
5.
5. Let me see. I bet I can guess what grade you're in. Are you in kindergarten? Oh, wow. Do you go to the morning kindergarten or afternoon kindergarten?
Afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay. You like that? How do you like going to school?
Fine.
What do you do in school?
I play in toys and if the Play-Doh and all those kind of stuff.
They have Play-Doh in school? Do they? What other kinds of toys do they have?
They have a kitchen.
They have a kitchen?
And they have toy place that you can play for different kind of Legos, but they're not packed in together.
They're not. But they're Legos, huh? And you like Legos?
Yeah.
Good. Do you ever work in school, or do you just play all the time?
I work in writing my name and doing different kind of stuff, like doing a book in shapes or different kind of things like that.
Yeah, well, it keeps you pretty busy then, huh? How are you doing at writing your name?
Fine. I do it at school.
You do it at school? Okay. And you can do that now? Are you working on your address?
No.
You haven't worked on your address yet.
No.
But you will one of these days pretty soon, right? You know your address? Yeah, that's an important thing to know, right?
But I don't have one.
You don't have an address?
No.
Oh, you don't?
Because we don't have a phone.
Ah. But you probably don't have a phone number, right?
No.
Okay. But you have an address.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, okay. That's okay. But that's one of the things that you will know before long, right? And if you don't have a phone, then you'll have to remember a phone number, right? That's good for you. Right? Why are you Hazel Hero?
Because I took one of my friend's dogs back to their house.
Yeah.
Because it ran out in the front yard.
I heard that this was a really expensive dog, too, right? Do you know what kind of dog it was?
No.
And they didn't tell me what kind of dog it was, but they said it was really expensive. How did you know where this dog lived?
Because it was my friend's house.
Ah, and you knew it was your friend's dog.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get this dog back?
I knocked on the door.
Oh, and you said your dog is out here?
Yep.
Oh, that was really good, you know.
Its
Go ahead.
name's called Ginger.
Okay. Then you made a really good decision because, you know, if you see dogs out there, you don't want to try and grab them and take them back, right? Because that dog could bite you, right?
Well, it's a different kind of dog, and it won't bite me.
Well, but you want to be real careful. You did the right thing by going to the house and saying your dog is out there. That was a really good decision. You did good. And Mr. Barlow told you did good, right? And everybody told you did good. You made a wise decision. You keep that up. And keep up doing the good work in school, okay?
Do you know my teacher's name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know.
No?
Nope.
Mrs. Thompson.
Mrs. Thompson. Boy, I should have known that. Good job. Okay? There we have it. Hazel's Heroes from Roosevelt Clark. Our next group of heroes come from Longfellow and Edison. And I want to start with these Edison people, I think, and talk to them first. Are you from Edison School?
Yes.
Oh, I got it right. Right? What's your name?
Zachary Wick.
Zachary Wick. And how old are you, Zach?
6.
Do they call you Zach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you like Zach or Zachary?
Zach.
Zach. Okay. Zach. And how old are you? 6, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
How you like being 6?
Good.
I asked that girl just before, right? If she could be any age she wanted to be, what would she want to be? What do you think you'd like to be, Zach?
Being 6.
You'd like to be 6? Okay. You're having fun being 6?
Yes.
What's the best thing that happened to you when you're 6?
I like to be in 1st grade.
You like being in 1st grade? Who's your teacher in 1st grade?
Miss Stern.
And what's so great about what's so great about 1st grade?
The work's simple.
Okay.
And we get something to do.
You get something to do? She keeps you busy most of the time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of work do you guys have to do?
Math, phonics, spelling, and reading.
Okay. You have a favorite thing to do?
Phonics.
Phonics? What are you working on in phonics now? What sound do you...
We're doing B's and T's and stuff.
B's and T's? Okay. And you have work papers to take home and things like that, right? Yeah. Why are you Hazel Hero?
Because I'm quiet when I do my work, and other kids are loud.
Okay. Being responsible enough to be able to control your own behavior
Yes.
is a very important thing to do, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're disruptive to other kids, then they don't learn as well, and you don't learn as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really good thing to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You keep up the good work, huh?
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
You know you're the only girl in the room, right?
Uh-huh.
Make you feel good?
Hmm.
Important, right?
Yeah.
Why not, right? What's your name?
Donna.
Your last name, Donna?
Garbula.
Debula?
Garbula.
Okay, I'm not going to try it again. And how old are you, Donna?
9.
9. You had to think a minute? You thought you were going to be 10?
Well, my birthday's in February.
Is it? February what?
22nd.
And you're going to be 10 years old?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's kind of exciting. Do you have birthday parties and things like that?
Uh-huh. Last year was my first sleepover I ever had.
How many kids slept over?
Like 6 or 7.
6 or 7? What time did you guys go to bed?
Late.
Really late, right? What did you do?
We just put some paper under the pillows and we played games all night.
You did? What kind of games were you playing?
Like tic-tac-toe, hangman, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, wow. So you had a good time.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to have another one this year?
Maybe.
No, you haven't talked to your mom yet, right?
Right.
Because you keep everybody awake, right? You have stuff to eat and pop and stuff like that, too?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. And what grade are you in?
4th.
And I understand that you're a service squad,
squad.
right?
Uh.
And what do you do at the service squad?
Well, you're not really supposed to have 2 in the room, but me and my girlfriend, Emily Park, she's my best friend, and we go to service squad for Miss Mako.
And Miss Mako has 2?
2 service squads.
How come she got 2?
Well, we just wanted to be together doing service squad in her room.
Does she have enough work for you guys?
Yeah.
What does she have you do?
Tear out pages of phonics and handwriting, sharpen pencils, and correct math papers and other kinds of papers.
So she keeps you pretty busy.
Mhm.
And you did something kind of interesting, right? You found a poem?
In the bottom of a dry well.
You have a dry well. You have a cottage, right?
Uh-huh.
And your cottage is where?
In Mayo.
In Mayo? It's pretty far up north, right?
Uh-huh.
They probably got snow up there already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So you found this poem.
Mhm.
Was it in a book or is it just written down?
It was just written down on a piece of paper.
And does it look like somebody may have written that poem themselves?
Yeah, because on the bottom it said author unknown, and it was reprinted by Donald A. Hill.
Wow. And what's the name of the poem?
Taxes.
Okay. And you brought that to school, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. How did you happen to look down a dry well?
Well, I didn't really get it out of the dry well. My uncle and my dad were just cleaning out the well,
Mm-hmm.
and they found it.
And you liked it?
Uh-huh.
It's a neat poem?
Yeah.
And you brought it to school?
I first had to copy it on our computer and get it printed.
Mm-hmm. You have a computer?
Uh-huh.
And can you type?
Uh-huh.
You can? How did you learn to type?
Well, we got typing classes that we had for 5 or 6 weeks, and you went twice a day, one in the morning and one in the afternoon.
They call it keyboarding, right?
Uh-huh.
And they don't call it typing anymore because keyboarding is what they do on computers. And we do that right in the elementary school, right?
Uh-huh.
And we teach you guys how to do that. It's very good, and you must have learned because you could type
Yeah.
and print it off on your printer so you could bring it to school.
Yeah.
That's very good. You were happy about that, huh?
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure that everybody else was real happy. And I know that your principal was real happy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Good job. Thank you for coming in and sharing that with us. And we have 2 guys here from Longfellow School, right?
Yeah.
Hi, what's your name?
Anthony Price.
And Anthony's 11 years old. I know that because you told me that when you came in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what grade?
6th.
Who's your teacher?
Mr. Hill.
Mr. Hill. And you guys did kind of something together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Anthony and what's your name?
Stephen Mayer.
Stephen? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and what grade are you in, Steve?
4th.
4th. And so are you 10 years old? 9?
No, 9.
9. You'll be 10 pretty soon?
No, my birthday's July 14th.
July 14th? That's a good month to be born in. I was born in July. You know that? I'll only be 15 years old. You don't believe that, right? No, I don't believe that either. Who's your teacher?
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones. What kind of thing are you guys doing over there at Longfellow School, 4th grade?
Math, spelling, reading, science.
Do you have a
social
favorite?
Studies.
You have a favorite thing to do?
Math.
Math. What kind of math are you doing right now?
Division and times tables.
Do you know all your times tables?
Yeah.
All of them?
No.
Because I was going to ask you a really hard one. Do you know a hard one?
Mhm.
What's 6 times 7? That's one of those hard ones, isn't it?
9 times 9 is 81.
Yeah, I figured you were going to think I was going to ask you one of those. But I know that 6 times 7 is a hard one. My little boy's in 5th grade, and he has the hardest time with that. He really does. He can't seem to remember that very
6
well.
times 7, 42.
That's very good. Did he tell you?
No.
Huh?
6 times 8 is 48.
Hey, that's right. That's good. And you're in 6th grade, right?
Yeah.
One of the big shots over at Longfellow School.
Mhm.
And what kind of things are you guys doing in 6th grade?
Math, spelling, reading, science, social studies.
Whoa, slow down so we can hear you. Math?
Math, science, social studies, reading, spelling.
Do you have something favorite that you do?
Spelling.
Spelling. Are you looking forward to going to junior high?
Mhm.
You'd be going to Webb, right?
Mhm.
Do you live in the... Okay. Have you ever been over to Webb?
I've been there before, yeah. We shot off our rockets there when we had a rocket launch. We made rockets in Mr. Hill's classroom.
In whose class?
Mr. Hill's.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh, did you? And you shot rockets off?
Yeah, I'm back at Webb.
Did they go?
Football field.
Okay. They go really high?
Yeah. Mine went the fastest.
How did you measure how fast it went?
Mhm. A lot of kids told me that mine went the
You
fastest.
just looked at it and said it goes pretty fast, huh?
A lot of them went fast and a lot of them went high.
Did they? Kind of neat. How did you make a rocket?
We, well, they have these like toilet paper rolls, except they're a little bit smaller and a little bit longer, about the size of those candles.
Mm-hmm.
And we take like fins and we cut fins out of this one thin board, and we paint them when we're done with them. We take the nose cone and put it on, take the streamer, put it in, and all that.
What do you put inside to make it go?
Engine.
Oh, you have an engine?
Mm-hmm.
And does the engine burn up when it's done, or can you reuse it?
No, it burns up and it falls out. The igniter makes the nose cone blow off.
Oh, you have an igniter that the cone comes off. Then does it fly down like in a parachute or something like that?
No, it's a streamer so you can see it, and it just kind of twirls around.
Okay. You guys kind of did something with somebody else, right? There were 3 of you guys that found
Yeah.
something. Who's the other guy?
Joe Wingate.
How come he's not here?
Because he went on a field trip
Oh, that makes sense, right? So, he went to Canada? Whereabouts in Canada?
under Canada, Detroit River. Know that?
Well,
Yeah.
he means that
Tunnel.
The tunnel? They went under the tunnel?
Mhm.
Oh, that's kind of neat. You ever been in there?
No.
Oh, that'd be
I've
kind
been
of
to
scary. Underneath the river, right?
Mhm.
That'd be kind of neat, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Going on the bridge on the way there and coming underneath and on the way back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's good to do one of each, right? So what'd you guys kind of do together?
We found a purse, like those
Money.
waste things on there, and we looked in it and found money, and then we put it back in. We saw a name on this like purse pocket, and then
gave it
we
to Miss Granado.
Biscardado. And then the girl came back looking for it, and we said Miss Gardado had it.
How much money was in the purse?
I don't know.
Well,
We didn't look. We just heard money in it.
You just heard money in it?
looks
Mhm.
like it, and then there's dimes and nickels and stuff.
How did you know whose it was?
Because it had a name on it, and my brother Lewis, the girls in his class, and they saw it and we knew it was hers, so we gave it to Miss Granado, and we asked if that's anybody's in her classroom.
Okay.
Whatever.
So you gave it to Miss Gardado, and what did she do with it?
She put it in the girl's desk, and then the girl came back with her mother looking for it, and we told her, well, not I did, but everyone did. Everyone that was there told her that we gave it to Miss Granado, and then Miss Granado said that there's a program that if they tell the principal there's a program called Hazel Heroes, and we could be one, and we came one.
And you're happy to be a Hazel hero?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the thing that you did that's really important is that you guys are absolutely honest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you would lose something, it would be nice if people were honest and return it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a really good example to set for lots of other kids in your class as well as in school, that honesty does pay off. It paid off for that person, and if we would do that, and if more of us would do that, it'd be a better place to live, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys did really good. We appreciate that. You keep up the good work, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thanks a lot. Our next group of heroes come from Hoover and from Webster, right? Boy, I almost forgot that. I think I'm going to start here with this kindergarten guy. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
And how you like kindergarten?
Good.
Who was your teacher over there at Hoover School?
Mrs. Beaver.
Mrs. Beaver? And do you like kindergarten? What? I understand you can do lots of things in kindergarten already, right?
Uh-huh.
What are some of the things that you guys have? What are some of the things you learned already?
Our shapes and our colors and
How to count?
count
How far can you count?
to 40.
49, right? Boy, oh boy, that's pretty good. Then the year just started, right? What's your name?
William.
William, and your last name, William.
William Warnell.
Okay. And how did you ever learn all that stuff already?
Well, I was practicing it at my house.
You've been practicing at your house?
Uh-huh.
And that really helps, doesn't it? Do you have somebody who helps you at your house with all this stuff?
My mom.
Your mom helps you with that stuff? Does she go over it with you every night?
Not every night.
Almost every night, though, huh? And you know all your shapes and all your colors. And are you working on letters of the alphabet?
Uh-huh.
How many of those do you know?
All of them.
All of them? Can you say them?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Holy cow, you do know them all, don't you? And you didn't even sing them, did you? Yeah, I was wondering if you were going to sing them when you started, because that's the way everybody learns them, at least at first. And then,
I sing them too.
do you? You sing them inside your head? Is that what you did? But you say them with your mouth, right? You're a clever little guy, you know that? How'd you learn to be so clever? Do you ever get a chance to do anything but work in kindergarten?
Cut, paste, and coloring.
Cut and paste and color, right? And that's pretty fun, isn't it? And those are really important things to learn to do. You know that? Because it strengthens lots of parts of your body that help you later be able to read, right? Well, listen, you keep up the good work. You've done really well, haven't you? It makes you feel good all over, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Especially when you can do all that and you're going to do it on TV even, right? Hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
Nathan.
Nathan? What's your last name, Nathan?
Mark.
Nathan Mock, right? And how old are you?
7.
7. And what school do you go to?
Webster.
Webster. Well, I was going to say, Webb Junior High? You can't be going to Webb Junior High, right? Maybe you wish you were, right? And who's your teacher over there at Webster?
Mrs. Sweeney.
Okay. And how you like first grade?
It's better than kindergarten.
Why is it better?
Because then you don't want anything. You just want how to paste and build blocks and that.
Yeah. And what are you learning?
Math. Adding.
Adding? Are you? All right. Anything else?
Plus.
Okay. Do you do phonics?
Yeah.
And what letters are you working on in phonics, you know?
We'll pass the ABCs.
You are? Okay. So you're starting to read a little bit then, huh? So you like first grade? How you like going to school all day?
Well, I like it, but not when it comes to hard work.
Don't like the hard work? Yeah, but you know.
Because you're always messing up.
Well, but you know, what do you learn when you mess up?
I don't know.
You know, all of us mess up sometimes. Did you know that?
Yeah.
And what you learn from messing up is that you don't mess up as much next time because you learn that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you learned to ride a bike, you used to fall, right?
Yeah.
And pretty soon you didn't fall very much because you learned how to keep from falling. And that's the way it is when you do math. You can mess up when it's a little hard, but if you keep trying, you keep learning, pretty soon you won't mess up.
I know.
Yeah, so it's kind of fun, isn't it? Hey, why are you a Hazel hero?
I don't know.
You don't remember why you were a Hazel hero? Did you do something special for your teacher?
I don't know.
Well, if I remember what I read correctly, your teacher appreciates the fact that you're working hard in school.
Yeah.
And you get your work done.
Yeah.
And you get your homework done.
Yeah.
You have homework, right? And that's important to get done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you do all those things, and that's really important.
Yeah.
Because that's how you learn, right?
Yeah.
All right, you keep up the good work, all right? And then our last Hazel hero for this month, for the whole month, did something probably most of us don't do very well, right? What's your name?
James Cosnell,
And how old are you, James?
10.
10. How you like being 10?
It's cool.
It's cool, huh? You like it?
Yeah.
I can tell. What grade?
4th.
4th. What are you guys doing in 4th grade?
Math, spelling, reading, handwriting, science, social studies.
You have a favorite?
Social studies.
What have you learned about in social studies this year?
The map, where the map is, and where each state is.
If you know each state now, you can look at a blank map and find each state. Remember a little girl was from California?
What?
You remember that little girl that was on the program from California? She's
Yes.
from Los Angeles. Now, if you were looking at the map, where would it be? Would it be to your right or to your left?
Right?
California.
Left.
Way over to the left, right? Way over on the other
West
side.
side.
Yeah, way over. That's right, west side. You got it. That's hard to remember all those states, isn't it?
Yes.
How many states are there?
50.
50. And how many of them are all hooked together?
49 of them.
48.
48.
Alaska and Hawaii are hooked on, right?
Hawaii ain't.
And
And
Alaska?
Alaska is.
Well, it's hooked on, but it's hooked on to kind of Canada, right? No.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, you were right. It's 49 are hooked on together to land, right? Because Hawaii's out in the ocean all by itself.
Yep.
Now, you were a Hazel hero for a very special reason, right?
Yes.
What happened?
Well, my sister fell off the slide and broke her arm. And I hold on to her hand, put clothes under her arm because I had extra clothes. I talked to her, tried to make her quit crying. I covered her up with coats, keep her from getting nervous and stuff.
Well, and that was really nice to do, especially.
Yeah, so.
And you laughed when I said that before, right? When we talked about it before, you laughed and said it is hard to do for your sister, right?
Yes.
All of us that have sisters know how hard it is sometimes because does your sister talk a lot?
Yes.
Does she? Yeah, sometimes they do, and sometimes it's some boys talk a lot, right? So, but that was a really nice thing to do for your sister.
Yes.
How did you see this happen? When did it happen? During school?
After school.
After school, and school. So the school people weren't there.
Yeah, they was there.
They were still there.
It's right after, like, 3:10.
Mm-hmm.
She got pushed off the slide
And,
about 10 or 12 feet down.
wow, that's a big slide then. That's a big slide?
Not a twirly slide, one of them 6th grader slides.
Okay. What was she doing way up there on that slide?
Well, after school, she was going to go down it with Chucky Wingate. That's her best friend.
Yeah.
He went down first. Then they told me that when she was going down, someone pushed her off.
Mm.
And then she crawled to her coat and started crying. And then how I got the principals out and all them Well, I told Chucky and his friends to go get Mr. Etheridge. That's one who nominated me for
Mhm.
this.
And so Mr. Etheridge came?
Yeah, Mr. Miller, everyone.
Okay, and then they called,
The ambulance,
did they call?
hospital.
Okay. And your mom come?
Yep.
And is she okay now? Arms all fixed up?
Yeah, she got half a cast.
She still has that?
Yeah,
that,
she got 2 more weeks ago.
Okay. 2 more weeks to go and she'll be all out, right?
Yep.
Well, that's really very good. And you were above and beyond the call of duty to take care of your sister, right? It's different when your sister really needs you, right?
Yes.
And you don't even think about all the times that she's been mean to you, do you? You think of just, what can I do to help her, right?
Yes.
That's good. That's good. And that's what happens with lots of families. It's important. Your family's important, right?
Yes.
You remember that. You guys, can you remember that, Slipper? Family's important, right? There we have it. Hoover and Webster. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
This part of our program, Superintendent Jim Gibson is here to award the certificates, and Community Education Coordinator Ann Bashinsky will be giving out the Hazel Hero T-shirt and other things that are attached. We have a coupon that's good for a Sunday down at the dairy. I think it's closed right now, but if you can hang on to it for the cold weather, it'll be good when the weather gets warm.
Okay, our first hero is Matthew Clayton from Henry Ford School. Congratulations there. Timothy Ramsey from Ford School. Tim, congratulations. Tylee Finney from United Oak School. Congratulations.
Could be one of each. There you go.
Michelle Guevara from United Oak School. Michelle, congratulations. Jennifer Taylor from Roosevelt School. Jennifer, congratulations.
Here, Jennifer.
Michael Short from Roosevelt School. Michael, congratulations.
This guy says he talks in class, but his mom didn't know that before.
Okay. Joseph Mullen from Clark School. Joseph, congratulations.
There you go, Joe.
Gary Rook from Clark School. Gary, congratulations. Nathan Mock from Webster School. Nathan, congratulations. James Crossnow from Webster School. Jim, congratulations.
You're welcome.
William Napper from Hoover School. William, congratulations. Stephen Mayer from Longfellow School. Stephen, congratulations. Anthony Price from Longfellow School. Congratulations. Zachary Wick from Edison School. Congratulations. And Donna Garbula from Edison School. Congratulations.
There you go.
What a nice outfit.
Oh, isn't it?
Okay, that's our Hazel's Heroes program for today. Thank you very much for watching.